Hi guys, and welcome to another video here with JPL Just Plain Lazy with me, Sean. Now, it's been a while since we did the last video regarding the Hauppauge HD PVR, and I know you've been leaving lots of questions in the comments regarding the setup and installation and other queries you've had. So instead of answering those questions individually, I'm hoping to answer them all together in one video. So let's get into those questions. So one of the more common questions we've had in the comments regarding the Hauppauge HD PVR is which cables come with the device and which cables you need to buy separately. So here laid out on the table I've got the cables that will come with the device when you purchase it. So obviously I've got the device itself, the installation guide and CD, the power cable, the USB connector which you use to connect the device to your PC or laptop, and the component-to-component cable which you use to connect the device to your TV. Now, one of the main areas of confusion regarding the Hauppauge HD PVR is which cable you need to buy separately. This cable is basically the connection between the Hauppauge HD PVR device and your console, whether it be PS3 or Xbox 360. Here I've got an example of the PS3 connector, which is basically a component connector to PS3. But you can also get the same, it'll be a component for Xbox 360. Now, there is a new version of the Hauppauge HD PVR which came out called the Gaming Edition. Now, this one comes with every cable you need to connect your Hauppauge HD PVR to your TV and your console. So basically, it'll come with everything you need to start recording your gameplay. You won't have to buy any extra cables. So as I just mentioned, that there is a new version of the Hauppauge HD PVR called the Gaming Edition. Now this came out earlier this year, but recently there's been another version of the Hauppauge HD PVR released called the HD PVR 2 Gaming Edition. Now, I'm not going to cover it in this video, I'm going to do a separate video where I'm talking about what new features have been added into this new edition and what upgrades have come from that, from the older version. One of which being HDMI support, which I will talk about in that video. I know that's been one of your main areas of concern regarding the current Hauppauge HD PVR. So one of the main areas of concern that you've had is regarding HDMI support for the Hauppauge HD PVR. Unfortunately, this device does not have HDMI support and there is no way to use a HDMI cable with it. However, as I did just mention, there are new versions of the Hauppauge HD PVR which do have HDMI support. And like I said, I'll talk about these in another video, but to answer that main question, this version of the Hauppauge HD PVR does not support HDMI input or output. So another issue you've raised in the comments is that your computer is not next to your console, and whether you could use your laptop to record onto instead. To answer this, yes you can, as long as your laptop meets the minimum specified requirements, which are detailed on the Hauppauge HD PVR website, and I'll put a link to that in the description below so you can check those out. Right guys, so now I'm going to take you through actually plugging all your cables into the device and showing you where they all go. So here I've got the power cable, easiest of the bunch. Start off, plug this into the back of the device. Then we plug this into the power socket in the wall. And that one's done. Next we have the component-to-component cable which will plug into the back of the TV and the Hauppauge HD PVR device. This one's going to be a little bit awkward, so I'll probably skip me actually trying to get it to the back of the TV. But as you can see, in the back of the device, we plug the corresponding colours into the corresponding out ports on the device. So, for left and right we use the white cables as they are the sound cables. And then the three video cables, that's not the green one, the green one, the blue one and the red one. And then we just plug the other end into the corresponding ports on the back of the TV. So after a bit of a battle with the back of the TV, I finally managed to get it plugged in. So as you can see, from the out ports, got the component cable plugged into the back of the device, running all the way up into the back of the TV. So next I'll show you how to plug in the component cable to your console. So here it is. So same again, except these ones go into the in port of the Hauppauge HD PVR component. And obviously this side will go into the back of your console, be it PS3 or Xbox 360. So the final cable we have to plug in is the USB connector, which we use to connect the device to our PC or laptop. So as you can see on the back of the device, we have the connection here, which we'll plug in. And then we plug in the USB into our laptop, like so. And we're all done. So after all that, what we have is the power connector plugged in. We have the component in running from the console, as we have our signal coming from the PS3 into the device, which then gets split up. It comes out through the USB to our console, to our PC or laptop, and we have the out from the component going into our TV. This allows you to play your games and record the footage simultaneously on the TV and your laptop or computer as well. So another question you've had regarding the Hauppauge HD PVR is whether you can use your gaming headset with the device. This shouldn't be a problem, as long as your headset uses an optical cable. So the first thing you'll need to do is to take the optical cable from your headset and plug this into the optical out of the Hauppauge HD PVR. Then, unfortunately, you'll need to buy another cable, this being an optical to optical cable. Now this one will go from the in optical of the Hauppauge HD PVR to your PlayStation 3. What this does is, the sound from the PlayStation will travel down the optical cable into the Hauppauge HD PVR, back out to your headset. Now, to make this work, you will have to unplug the sound ports of the component cables in the back of the Hauppauge HD PVR for both the in and out. So as you can see, we have unplugged the sound input and output from our component cables. We have the headset optical cable plugged in to the out of the Hauppauge HD PVR, and the PlayStation optical cable going into the in optical of the Hauppauge HD PVR. So next, what you'll need to do is, you'll have to launch Arcsoft Capture Module and change the audio input from RCA back to SPDIF. This may take a few seconds and you may notice some screen flicker. But as you can see, this is complete, and just for a quick test, you can hear the sounds coming out of the headset, and this is also going into the laptop as well. So that's how you can plug in your headset into the Hauppauge HD PVR whilst recording. So the final question I'm going to answer in this video is whether you can record your voice with your gameplay, whether this be using a Bluetooth headset or your gaming headset. Unfortunately, the Hauppauge HD PVR does not record voice input, but there are a number of methods you can utilise to get around this. My own personal method is that I bought a USB microphone. These aren't too expensive. I've got this plugged into my laptop. I've downloaded some free voice recording software from the web. And what I do is, I record my voice through my microphone whilst recording my gameplay. I then take the separate files and use video editing software to sync the files together and render that out. So that will enable you to have your voice included in your gameplay videos. So I hope I've managed to answer some of the more common questions you've had regarding the Hauppauge HD PVR, and if you do have any more queries, please leave them in the comments below, and we'll try our best to get back to you, or perhaps a member of the community will be able to answer it for you. I know some of you have had questions regarding the software installation of the Hauppauge HD PVR, and we do have a separate video which we go through that in detail, so please check that out. Thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you next time.
DJ Om Nom.